Well, this is JordanTower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I hope you guys are having a great night. I took most of the day off. I'm back to it tonight, okay? And we're going to get into some quick news, okay? Make sure you smash that like button as you get in here, or if you're watching it afterwards as a replay. Anyways, let's go. So, Faizon Love goes at a lot of people. Cameron, Judah Patel, Chappelle, shout out to Chris, I see you in the room. He goes at a lot of people. Faizon Love has always been, for the past decade, as I can remember, going at people nonstop. And he's calling Dave East for some reason a fake Crip. Why? Why out of nowhere does he go at him as being a fake Crip? Maybe he needed a talking point for his interview that he did. I don't know, but it's a little odd to just be coming out of nowhere and saying something like that. So he says he has made his grievances known about numerous figures in hip-hop. Jay-Z recently. However, he said he turned his attention to Dave East. Says he feels he isn't as authentic as he presents himself and questions how the cosigned the likes of Crips as MC Eiht. Love made an appearance on Hip Hop. Okay, so let's see. And then he says he's while discussing Katt Williams. I think he just needs a talking point. Sometimes when people get a lot of traction, like he did recently with Cameron, like he has in the past with Jay-Z and stuff, they tend to question people, and he's right to. I mean, he could. Yeah, Dave East kind of came out of nowhere at one point. Now, Dave East, is he a good rapper? Absolutely. Do I like his attitude? No, but that doesn't overshadow the fact that he's a good rapper. Okay, he's not the best rapper in the world. I thought he was going to be a lot bigger than he was going to be, but he's a great rapper. Okay, we can't deny that, right? You got to at least give him that. He can rap. The boy can rap. Anyways, let's get on to the next one because that's such a boring content. And we'll shout out some people in the room before we move on. And make sure you smash that like button. We got Jersey representative in here. He said, I'm a fake millionaire. Miss Drew, everyone thumbs up. That's what she says. I appreciate that. Jerry, I see you. We don't care about this anyways. Yeah. Nick Wave. I'm just reporting it because it was been out there. Miss Lily 94. Paul Jackson. What it do, everybody? Okay, let's get on to the next piece of news. Meg the Stallion, she says that's her mood. And she has an FU rings on. Okay, cool. All right, cool. All right, so she responded. Now, a lawyer, the lawyer's for workers, shout out to him. He always has a good take. He knows the law. This is what he says about everything. Agree with him in a sense. Like, why would Tory say all that knowing it could hurt him, right? Oh, cover Jadakiss artist Millie's. Millie's is from Boston, right? I know Millie. Millie's has been in the game for a minute. He's doing this thing right now. Anyways, getting back to Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez wouldn't have said all that stuff if there was some truth to it. Like I said, I think both of them, we don't know what happened. So I'm not going to go at Meg and say that I don't believe her story. And I'm not going to go at Tory and say I don't believe his story. I think they're both trying to save face. They both have reputations, egos. They both worked a lot for what they have, and they're trying to protect it. They both made mistakes that night under the influence, okay? And something bad happened. And I think, it's almost like the first person to speak their mind is the right person. Almost like Tekashi was the first person to go in that interrogation room and make a deal, and he's the only one out, right? Meg told her story first, and that's what people are going to believe into the facts. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. Tory Lanez has to be careful because he's never going to be able to escape this. This is something that sticks with you forever. Swirl Girl, I see you. DeAndre, I see you, man. Why do you always have music playing, recording? You can hear with me. You could. I boosted it up as high as I could go. I'm so sorry, man. Anyways, he was just saying that Tory wouldn't be saying what he's saying unless there was some truth to it, because lawyers are going to be asking questions. They're going to want evidence, and they're going to present evidence. Knowing all that stuff would take place, most likely it's true. So nobody's going to see past this. Tory kind of has to be a little more forthcoming with his side of the story. I mean, I think that's pretty important here. He has to save his career at this point. I mean, it could be a wrap, man. It's a little, it's very scary. He has a family to provide for. Meaning he has a kid. I know he doesn't have. I know he's single, but Meg's doing fine. And he's not. And it's a bad situation. I feel for Meg. She was in a bad situation. Feels alone. Think about it. She hasn't been the same for the past year. Trying to cover up things because your mom passed. I get it, man. I couldn't imagine that. Tory Lanez kind of in a similar situation, and it's real spooky, man. Like Angel P says, spooky. And I just wish he didn't get this far, because right now Tory is blackballed. Like, he can't sell his records. They're not putting him on playlists and everything, and it's just a shame, because you work hard to get to where you're at. Not everybody makes it, man. He's Canadian. What do you expect? The Canadian thing was a thing before Drake. Now Drake made it cool to be Canadian. Drake made it cool to be Canadian now, man. You can't even do that one now. Unfortunately, Drake made it. Drake's the top rapper, and he's Canadian, right? So I wouldn't say he's the top rapper. You know what I mean? Like, he's the most popular rapper. He was supposed to drop an album or something like next week, but it turns out he's dropping a store, like in LA. So they put up a billboard. Oh look, let's see. You're gone from the chat. People say dumb things in the chat, man, and they play themselves, man. Chi-Town, C. Roy. Tory didn't get a break. Yeah, Miss Drew, it is sad. It is. Okay, this guy's gotta go, man. People act up in the chat, man. People act up in the chat. Make sure you smash that like button now. I'm seeing. I didn't even put the right thing here. Hold on one second. It's 50 Cent. We're gonna talk about 50 Cent right now. So 50 seems like we're gonna talk about two things. So if we're gonna talk about 50 and Moneybagg Yo. Moneybagg Yo put himself posting a bunch of cash on Instagram. Like, okay, buddy, you're so rich right now. If you got that much money, you shouldn't be walking around with cash. You're a walking lick at this point. You should keep your money on credit cards, because if you lose your credit card, you can turn that in. And also, if somebody steals your credit card, they ain't gonna get no cash off of you. It's gonna be up to the credit card company, and they gotta report it as a loss. Okay? Don't walk around with cash, guys. I used to do that in my 20s. I dropped thousands of dollars somewhere, and I dropped it. It was late at night. I dropped a sack with some money in it, and I lost it forever. Never found it again, obviously. John Cooley, you didn't lose it, missed too much. You missed a lot. You might have to rewatch it, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Tory is screwed other way. So, Moneybagg Yo, twice in 1 week, attempts on him. Okay, once in Vegas, once yesterday in Texas at an event. Somebody has it out for him. He needs to take this more seriously. He tried to brush off the thing in Vegas and said, the Texas guys will never get me. I'm not scared of them. Goes to Texas. Guess what happens? They try him again. Moneybagg, stop, man. Get security, man. Be careful. Somebody obviously wants to get you. I don't want to see any rappers losing their lives, man, over not being careful. He has so much money to be careful. Be careful. Don't think you're untouchable. Everybody can get touched. everybody, and you got to be careful. Dom Crenshaw Bulwer, what's good, man? Mara Marson, you got to be paranoid when you're in rap. Moneybagg needs to just move different. Stop announcing where you're gonna be. You know that. I don't think he wasn't even in the building yesterday, so he knew not enough to not go in the building. But Dom Ferris, oh man, what's good, man? I haven't seen you in a while, man. Swirl Girl says stop and okay. Word, JT, basic facts. Yeah, you gotta be paranoid. I was paranoid. I was taught to be paranoid by people that taught me how to be. Probably saved my life, man. You just got to think twice about everything. Assume the worst thing could happen and be prepared for it. And as long as you do that, you'll be ready. You'll be ready. I'm not trying to say like I'm tough or anything. I'm just saying you just got to be ready for anything. Even in regular life, I don't care what environment you're in. Be ready for the worst, man. Be ready for the worst at all times. 50 Cent, it looks like they're trying to start a... Yeah, I see you, lucky man. Shout out to Core Mega, yeah. Absolutely. He taught me a lot. They're trying to start a smear campaign with 50 Cent. I'm seeing little things around here. Just like 50 Cent did this, and he's messed up. He's created a case for himself. 50 Cent this. Somebody's trying to create a smear campaign on 50 Cent after his success with TV shows and everything. He's made the wrong person mad. Just like Joe Budden made the wrong people mad, and you got to be careful with that kind of stuff when you're famous like that and you got that much power. People will try a smear campaign. Joe Budden had to deal with that a few weeks ago. It looks like it passed, so he's lucky. Joe Budden's a lucky guy, man. Lucky guy. Yeah, man. But I think we're gonna end it there. Sunday night. I hope you guys get enough sleep tonight. I'll probably drop one more video before we go to sleep. So, you can check it out in the morning. I appreciate you guys. 50 Cent, yeah, 50 Cent. 50 Cent made a lot of people rich, and he makes a lot of people mad at the same time. So, it's kind of crazy. But everyone, smash that like button on your way out. I appreciate you guys so much. Josa, I see you. I see everybody in here. I appreciate you guys so much. You don't even understand. I appreciate you guys watching me. I'm going to try to be going live late, like as many times as I can at night. I'll try to go between like 8 and 9 o'clock, somewhere in there. I like the live experience with you guys. I miss it. Okay, and eventually we'll get the video up and we'll do it like that. But I appreciate you guys, man. I hope you guys have a great night. Had a great day. I appreciate you guys so much.